Well, hello there, naughty boys and girls. It is I, Disasterina! Welcome to the Tasty Earbits podcast. Here, it's all about the drag, the art, the trash, and the comedy. This episode, number 2, is called Hollandaise Sleazon. We are going to get very merry and very sleazy, because that's what the Sleazon is really lacking, huh? We got plenty of shitty plastic presents. We've got a multitude of selfish little snot-nosed children whining all day and night about some stupid fucking toy. We've got massive greed and out-of-control capitalism. But where's the skank? Where's the perversion? Do I have to do everything myself? I guess I do. So, here's what I got for you. A sex toy buyer's guide from brilliant Chicago queen Lucy Stool. Another wonderful kitty cat holiday song from Nana the Cat Lady. A lively and liberating interview of local LA artist Beast of the Laboratory. Some sleazy haikus from your favorite Project Runway contestant, Monica. And what is the Hollandaise Sleazon without some lascivious tales from the world's greatest lover, Sleazy Manzine? So snap on your strap-ons and fluff up your fleshy parts for the Hollandaise Sleazon.
Hollandaise Sleazon, Hollandaise Sleazon. I'm going to get trashy, that's my main reason. Hollandaise Sleazon, Hollandaise Sleazon. Let's get fucked. The Sleazon is the reason.
Hi everybody, it's me Monica, your Project Runway fashionista. And I'm so happy to be on this podcast. Thanks Disasterina for inviting me. That's so nice of you. I decided to bring out my poetic side and read haikus. That's right, haikus that I wrote about my sex life. Nothing more interesting than haikus about my sex life. All right, without further ado, let's just go right in. Outside in the rain, in the middle of the night, we were both in love. I was full from lunch. Your room was very tiny. Oh geez, I had to fart. Delivering food, he was wearing gray sweatpants. He saw me looking. I was in WeHo. It was about 3 p.m. I had sex in drag. In Arthur's temple, we blessed the sex for good luck. Pine needles, pine cones. A job interview. The owner of the bar watched. Well, I got the job. We took your V card. 3 of us in one small bed. Pittsburgh was lovely. Chris and Wells. Detroit, LA, New Orleans. Lingering tension. Outside on the lawn. Him and my boyfriend kissing. His dick in my mouth. You, down on all fours. Cake sitting on your lumbar. Frosting everywhere. Fog, Point Arena. Trespassing at the motel. And then we got caught. Okay, I'll say it. I fucked a pottery wheel. I was 12. Fuck off. A warm banana. The peel, a fleshlight of sorts. It didn't feel great. New Orleans Phoenix. He asked me to pee on him, so I did just that. Dick sucking contest. Some guy's stubble scraped my dick. I won a t-shirt. Nowhere, Nevada. The first unionized brothel. Gay boys at the ranch. Seeing my first porn. Lactation fetish. Lady nips. What am I watching? Being taught to douche. Sex is so much better now. Bottom, ass. His dick in my mouth. Security approaches. Kicked out of the Globe. Runyon Canyon hike. My grinder works way up here. Sex in the bushes. The first time I came. All over my Lion King sheets. Hiding from my mom. We were on the floor. Under the kitchen table. You paid me $2.50. Berlin Kit Kat Club. Condom on a microphone. Mike in her pussy. And that's it! Those are all my sexual haikus that I wrote. I hope you enjoyed them. They're very sexy. You can find me on Instagram and all of the things at Felony Dodger. Have a good night. This was Monica.
Welcome, beautiful, exquisite, fascinating, captivating, explicit, enigmatic, fantastical queen from Chi-Town, Lucy Stool.
Hello.
How are you doing today?
You know, I can't complain, Disasterina. How are you doing today?
I can't complain either. You know, I had some ups and downs this year, but right now I'm feeling good. I feel really positive about what's going to happen in 2021.
Hell yeah, that's good to hear. I'm glad that people are out there keeping the positivity alive. I know it's kind of tough at these times, but that's probably the best thing we could do right now.
Well, that's why I love you so much, because every time I look at anything that you're doing out there, it's very positive. You're an activist, you're a beautiful queen, getting people to do the census, and you were doing a trans...
self-defense series,
yes,
yeah.
It was a trans self-defense series. I was like, wow, that's such a good idea. So when I need cheering up, I just go to Lucy Stool.
That's so good to hear. Thank you. I'm glad some people are having a good time along with me. I mean, I just figure that everything else is so shitty. Like, the least I could do is try to bring a little bit of positivity to the world.
Well, you brought a lot, so thank you so much.
Thank you.
I noticed that you have a fun little sex toy line that's been going actually for 3 years. I don't know why I haven't noticed this before. But I thought, you know, the name of this episode of my podcast is Hollandaise Sleazon.
Yes.
So I thought it would be really fun to have a Hollandaise Sleazon sex toy buying guide starring Lucy Stool.
Oh, that's so great. Hell yeah, I'm here for that. I'm here to help however I can when it comes to people putting things in all of their orifices.
There needs to be more people like you out there.
That's what I've been telling everybody, Disasterina.
So when and where and how and why did you start this sex toy line?
A lot of things throughout my drag career started as a joke. I was with my good friend Dan, who is Shea Coulee's partner. Me and him have been working together for years, and he was just joking about like how cool it would be if I had cock rings as merchandise. So I actually thought about it and was like, wait a minute, one of my best friends produces fantastic toys here in Chicago, amazing queer person. And I was like, well, why not just actually reach out to them and try and make this happen? So this thing that started as a joke ended up turning into one of my new like favorite passions. I really love producing and designing and being a part of giving people pleasure. So yeah, that's kind of how the stool samples like started. So it's been 3 years now. This is my third line and third color options that I've like kind of done with this. And starting next year, we'll have some new products and probably some new colors coming for everybody too.
Well, I like the colors that you have. It's like a mixture of pink and green.
Yes, this is my favorite. This is my favorite line because those are my two favorite colors.
Somehow those colors go really, really well together.
Yeah, right?
Bright pink and bright green.
Yeah, it reminds me of like spring or summer, you know? It's like the earth.
I don't see the pink as the earth. It's not very like rustic or anything.
Well, no, but there's flowers. You know how I am.
Oh, okay, you're right. I'm just thinking
flirty.
of dirt and you're thinking of flowers. Where's my mind going?
I was like, beautiful, floral, springtime. And you're like, what, mud?
I guess that's why I'm a trash queen, huh? I just always think of the dirtier parts of nature.
Oh, you know what? I'm glad that you do, though, because I need someone to remind me of that.
Let's see. Let's get into it a little bit here. I've got some silly questions about your product, so bear with me. Here we go.
Okay.
What is your best anal toy for a cozy winter night next to the fireplace?
I always think on winter nights, you need to try your best to stay warm. And even if you have a fireplace, the best way to stay warm is to have something big and warm inside of you. So I would probably say Big Mama Stool. She is the biggest of the toys and one of the newest, but I'm telling you, you'll be sweating and pretty warm if you have Big Mom inside of you.
Will you be filled with the Christmas spirit?
You'll be filled with a whole lot of something.
So this one, just so everybody know out there, this one is your biggest one. It's 8.5 inches.
Yeah, it's like a little bit bigger than like a Coke can.
Is that a popular seller?
It is. It's sold out. You would be surprised. Well, I mean, I have a lot of friends who like to put a lot of big stuff in their butts, so I wasn't really surprised. But yeah.
I'm noticing there's a really interesting construction of this. When you look at it, it's kind of like a lava lamp.
Yeah.
It's got like green and pink all swirled up, and there's some oranges it looks like in there. Do you physically make these yourself?
No, my good friend of mine who is also a drag performer. He's an amazing drag king. His name is Dusty Balls, also known as Lucy Whack. She runs the company Tea Time Toys, and that's who hand pours all of my products here in Chicago.
They do look handmade, and that's why I asked. There's like little layers of, I guess it's silicone.
Yeah, it's really cool. So it's a platinum grade silicone. It is the highest grade of silicone. It is body and everything safe. One thing I will say really quick is that a lot of people I think they don't know about is when you buy a lot of these sex toys from like Amazon and Wish.com, they're billed as novelty toys. So they can be made with just about any kind of stuff. And a lot of it is made with stuff you actually don't want to put in your body. So you guys really should all be checking to see what it is made out of. And ours is made out of platinum grade silicone, so it's food and body safe. And yeah, she hand pours everything here in our own lab, and it's really fucking cool. So like all of those designs and the pours that you see in there, it's boutique because someone is actually pouring every single one of those pieces.
I really appreciate that. And, you know, looking at this stuff, especially Big Mama Stool ain't no novelty.
Nuh-uh. Not at all.
You're not kidding around with that one.
No, that is...
So that might be a little bit big for my dainty ass, but I'll get the smaller one. Let's see, there's a slightly smaller one. 6 inches is more my style.
Yeah, see, there you go. That's Stout Stool. I like to think of him as like the boyfriend dildo. That's like the perfect dick that you could like have around every day. That's not too invasive, but you know it's there, you know?
I like that. Lucy Stool, which one of your sex toys goes best with a steaming cup of eggnog?
Ooh, a steaming cup of eggnog. I would have to say probably the curvy stool. It's a little bit on the longer side, but it's nice and thin. So if you need anything to stir your drink, that probably would be the best one.
The curvy stool, I'm looking at it right now. It looks like a corkscrew.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it feels those bumps and ridges are real good once it gets up in there.
So do you screw it in? Is that the best way to put it inside you?
I mean, that's definitely one way to go about it. As long as you use lube, you could just go about it any way you choose.
Well, it seems very spicy, so I think that goes very well with the eggnog.
Uh-huh. That is right. It is one of the spicier ones.
Which one of your sex toys would make the perfect Secret Santa gift?
I think I would probably go for the ribbed stool. It looks sort of like a Christmas tree. And since it's a little bit smaller, I think it's probably one that's a little bit easier for the masses to be able to take.
Okay, so this would work for anybody.
Yeah, that's like kind of the anybody size.
It's a great stocking stuffer, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, it absolutely is. I would love to stock someone's stuffer.
Or maybe just a stuffer.
Yeah, or stuffer their stock. I guess that's right.
Stuffer their stock. Wow. Didn't I see that on Pornhub?
If it's not one yet, it's about to be.
I'm
We're
stuffer
pioneering
stock. Oh, here's a tricky one.
Okay.
Which one of your toys is best to temper that Hollandaise Sleazon anticipation?
You know what? I would have to say you need to go with the Mama Stool, which is modeled and poured directly off of my own penis.
Ooh.
And what else could bring you that kind of satisfaction except for Lucy Stool herself?
You've got a very nice base. It's like a very wide base. You're very long, and you're circumcised. It's very beautiful.
Thank you.
It's a beautiful sculpture.
Thank you so much. I thought that everyone kind of deserved that. The world deserves my penis. So that's one of my gifts.
I think that's really interesting because it's very personal in a way.
Yeah.
Out there, all of a sudden, anybody can look at your erect penis, sort of.
It's definitely something when I thought about doing it, I was like, okay, this is pretty serious. And once it's out there forever. But yeah, I felt really good about it. The process of molding it was really fun and funny. And I absolutely love it. And it's always sold out. So I'm not mad about it.
It makes you immortal in a way, right?
Right? I'm like, I live on. I wonder if there's people out there who collect penises, you know? They just collect the shape of people's penis, whether it's a dildo or a sculpture or something like that. There's got to be people out there who do that, right? Actually, I know one pretty well. If you know of the iconic original Club Kid JoJo Baby, one of her things that she's done since the 90s is she has a big book of penises. And the only way you can see the book is if she's allowed to sketch it and do a mold of your penis.
Wow.
So JoJo has penises in there, I mean, of all kind of celebrities, probably fucking people that are in Congress now and who knows what. Like, but she will either sketch or take a mold of your dick, and she uses it in a lot of her like artwork because she does a lot of like body work and the stuff that she makes. So I know she's for one. So I know there's definitely more of them out there too.
Wow, that's super creative and interesting. I think the modern version of that would be like 3D printing, right?
Oh yeah, exactly.
So how did you make this? Did you have to like put like a big cock ring around there to get it? You had a fluffer, right? You had to have a fluffer.
So that process, I actually wish I would have recorded it because it was kind of a funny and cool thing to do. But Lucy Wack, who is also known as Dusty Balls, the person who owns Tea Time Toys, she did the modeling herself. So I had to sit on her kitchen floor with an erect penis for probably about an hour and a half.
It's difficult.
It was very difficult.
I hope you got double time.
Oh yeah. I also had a little help from a little blue pill, so
okay.
I had a little backup in that situation. But yeah, she literally molded it around my penis while another one of my friends put his ass on my face, and kind of did sexy things to keep me motivated for an hour and a half while it's set.
Well, you work hard for the money. I appreciate it.
Thank you. People don't know about that struggle that goes into it.
Okay, let's see. One more stupid question. A couple more. Which one of your anal toys is best while waiting under the mistletoe?
I would say the big chub. Because you need a little something heftier to help with all that anticipation and anxiety. And that one's a little bit more work to get in, but once it's in there, damn, it's good.
You know, I was fishing for another answer on the other one, but your answer was perfect. What is the best toy to temper that holiday sleaze anticipation? I was like angling toward that bolt cock ring.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe under the mistletoe, though, you could get the bolt cock ring and the big chub going.
Yeah, I definitely could see that happening. The bolt cock ring is very popular underneath the mistletoe because I don't know how you do it in my house, but we usually kiss below the waist with consent, of course.
This year, there might be a lot more anticipation than usual.
Oof.
Because of the COVID, nobody's coming over for the mistletoe, I guess, this year, huh?
Yep, no. We're doing a lot of Zoom mistletoe meetings.
So that's why we need the Lucy Stool line of sex toys, absolutely, because, it's just going to be pretty much solo, and we need a sexy Hollandaise Sleazon friend, and I think it's the Lucy Stool products there. What's the line called again?
This is called the Stool Sample Sex Toy line. That's right, Stool Samples.
And I love your name, by the way. I think it's like one of the funniest, most perfect drag queen names out there. It's funny, and it's also kind of sexy and weird and trashy.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that. That's kind of my drag persona, just sexy and weird and trashy. So, yeah, I think it's fitting.
Okay, I got one more. What is the best toy for a sexy NY Eve COVID party?
Oh, now see, this is where I'm going to say it would be time to pull in some of those original Lucy Stool cock rings. Because, see, you're going to be dancing on Zoom in your underwear and stuff with your friends. And if you want to have a little bit of fluffing when you're up there in front of everybody, you put one of those bad boys on, bam. It's a whole new member.
I'm going to join one of these parties. Are you going to hold a Zoom New Year's party?
I think I'm going to have to. I've really been missing seeing random butts. So I think I need to make that happen.
If these vaccines come in and do the job, there's going to be an explosion of love. It's like all of a sudden everybody figures out, wait a minute, we don't have to hide away in our hidey holes anymore. We can go embrace people. We can kiss people. It's going to be a world fuck fest. It's going to be great.
It's going to be a live production of hair everywhere. It's just going to be out of control. I can't wait for it.
But until that time, the Lucy Stool sex toy line, go and buy it. And how do people buy these things?
You can find them at www.lucystool.com/shop.
And stool is STOOLE.
Yes, that's right. A little E, because we like to keep it extra.
I love it. You've got an answer for everything. Well, Lucy, I really appreciate you being here.
Yeah, absolutely, Disasterina. You've always been one of my favorites. Every time we've run into each other in LA or New York, whatever part of the fucking world we're in, it's always been such a pleasure to see you. So thank you again for this.
Well, I can't wait to hang out with you again.
Me too. Same.
I'm from the Chicago area, so next time I'm down there visiting, and it's not deathly dangerous to meet people. I'll look you up.
You have to make that happen. We'd love to have you here again.
All right. Well, thanks so much, and have a good day.
Thank you.
Love you.
Love you. Bye-bye.
Who doesn't love a kitty cat holiday song, right? Well, here is Nana the Cat Lady with Happy Holidays, America.
Halloween's over now. A stuck-up frozen turkey at Ralph's. A gentleman around on Beverly and La Brea. Co-workers are rocking their ugly holiday sweaters from Target. Or maybe from Amazon. The holiday movies on Netflix, Hulu, Amazon, Apple TV, Disney Plus, YouTube, HBO, HBO Max, HBO Now. God, it's so awful, but it's so good. Everybody looks so happy. Or maybe just trying to be happy. It's the holiday season, baby. my turkey. I can't wait to light my menorah. I can't wait to meet my Santa. Ho, ho, holiday. Eat like American, holiday. Sleep like American, holiday. Shop like American. Yes, Jingle Cat. I guess we have to do the shopping now. Here's the list. Turkey, gravy, greens, potato, pecan, pumpkin, pea pie, stuffing, cranberry sauce, Tums and Tana, black-eyed, vanilla, dreidel, potato cake. They have paneer, but they don't spend. All they need is mozzarella bread. Christmas, trees, lights, ornaments, stockings, eggnog, hot cocoa, Christmas pudding, turkey, meatloaf, honeybrick town, any guy, enemy, they don't care. Mother, father, brother, sister, grandma, grandpa, cousins and nephews, Christmas presents for everybody. Shit, I haven't paid off my debt from last holiday yet. I can't wait to stuff my turkey. I can't wait to light my menorah. I can't wait to meet my Santa. Ho, ho, holiday. Eat like American, holiday. Sleep like American, holiday. Shop like American. Happy holiday, America.
Follow Nana the Cat Lady on Instagram. NA_the Cat Lady. Meow! And now, a word from our sponsor.
From Out TV.
Do you need release?
Buckle up, baby girl. The fun's about to begin.
This here is Crazy Town, and you're the mayor of it.
Why does the party always end up in the kitchen?
I'm here to probe your black hole.
Eat your heart out, bitch.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Let's get some fly.
I had my heart set on a pizza, though.
Fresh as fuck.
Brace yourself.
What is this thing?
It's a body up in here.
Don't be sorry, be better.
I'm still the baddest demon around. I'm a sexy yin-yang, motherfucker.
Feels like the real thing.
Then freaking me the fuck out!
Let's fry this bitch.
Let the fisting begin. Psychiatrist. Now on Amazon Prime Video, only $2 each high-def episode, starring Bitch Puddin', Sean Forrester, Foxy Ajouay, Ave Rose, Clit Eatswood, and Disasterina as Dr. Sato.
And now, for part 2 of with the world's greatest lover, Sleazy Manzini.
Deep Thoughts by Sleazy Manzini.
Hollandaise Sleazon version. When a sexy lady says she loves eggnog, that turns me on because that means she loves hot and creamy yolk going down her gorgeous throat. Oh yeah, baby, you know I have some for you.
Deep Thoughts.
When someone sings about chestnuts roasting on an open fire, I think about the chest of a beautiful broad with perky nipples and my supple nutsack resting cozy between the cleavage. Happy holidays to my crotch.
Deep thoughts.
The idea of mistletoe gets my juices flowing, not just because of the hot and heavy mouth-to-mouth loving it symbolizes, but also because it rhymes with camel toe. Oh yeah, camel toes and moose knuckles. I love those. Happy camel toes and merry moose knuckles to all, and to all a good shag. Ho ho ho's come to me.
Deep thoughts.
Follow Sleazy Manzini on Instagram, SleazyManzini, Sleazy Manzini. Oh. And now, a fancy interview with a brilliant local LA artist who I was recently reminded of, who goes by the name of
Beast of the Laboratory.
Be sure to follow their Instagram at Beast of the Laboratory, one word, and their Etsy at Demonical Eye, spelled DAEMONICALEYE, Demonical Eye at Etsy. Who is Beast of the Laboratory?
Well, I'm some fucking guy who grew up in Venice Beach, who makes fucking metal and wire sculptures. And I also make what I call demonic arms, which is talismanic jewelry meant to assist people along their spiritual path. So, yeah, that's Beast of the Laboratory.
It seems like there is two parts of your artwork. There is the sculptural part, and then there is the magical jewelry part. Did you start with the sculptural part?
Started off with the sculptural part, like when I was a little kid, you know. But I mean, really and truly, the sculptural part and the magical part, they're one and the same.
Mm-hmm.
Because the imagination is fucking magic, you know, and those inner children, they're the ones that actually fucking make a lot of those sculptures, you know, and shit, they thrive on the imagination. They come forth through the imagination. So they're one and the same, but I guess, yeah, you could say I started off with sculpture, and just over time, just realized that, you know, I've loved jewelry and I've loved to know how to fucking make it myself.
Right.
You know, just took it from there. And I always felt like as well, like there's just something special about particular metals and crystal combinations and things like that. And there's a reason why incantations and, you know, empowering objects, there's a reason why that shit exists, because it actually works. You know, so I just put it all together, you know, along with my sculptural work and my jewelry.
Let me go back to the sculptural work. It looks like very meticulous robots, or maybe mechanized transformers or anime creatures.
Definitely there's an influence from things like fucking Mobile Suit Gundam, anime, superhero shit, Transformer shit. But I do my best to always integrate an aspect of myself into the work as well. You know, like a hint of the demonic, so to speak. You know, that divine spark. You know, that part of me that even came up with the idea on how to put 1, 2, and 3 together to make 4. You know what I mean?
They look like they're alive.
Thank you. I do my best.
I will post some pictures on my Instagram and stuff like that so people can see them. They seem to be made out of all sorts of different recycled materials.
Yeah.
You used to be called Wire Boss, but you changed the name of your Instagram to Beast of the Laboratory.
Yeah.
I guess you called Wire Boss because you made so many things out of wire.
Yeah, and the thing about that was, okay, so I went by Wire Boss for a long ass time. Like, there's still people that call me Wire Boss if I fucking see him around and shit, but I changed that shit because, first of all, when you went on the fucking internet and you looked up fucking Wire Boss, fucking goddamn fucking like wire brush would come up. And I would hear this constantly, And then the other part was, I just got fucking tired of being known as Wire Boss. After a while, I just grew out of it.
Mm.
But that wire brush thing really fucking pissed me off, though, more than anything else,
I'm looking at one right now, which is on your Etsy store called Basil Bub. And I just love how complicated it is. These are like, maybe another reference would be like in the Japanese samurai warriors and stuff like that.
Exactly.
How would you make something like this? It looks like it's fully articulated. You can move it around, and it has all this like armor that's made out of, is it aluminum?
No, it's sheet metal, actually.
Oh.
Yeah, it's sheet metal that I cut and I shape by hand. I join all the pieces by hand. Sometimes I solder shit. Sometimes I don't. I like to cold work. Cold work is like when you join two pieces of metal together, let's just say, and you do it without heat. Because I feel like that tension that comes from having to join two pieces of metal together with just like another piece of wire or a particular type of wrap or something, I feel like that also reflects the tension that's within me. It's also fun to try to figure shit out because it's easy to just solder two pieces of metal together, but if you have to figure it out with just like two pieces of metal and then a fucking piece of wire, that shit is fun. That'll give you a fucking puzzle to work out,
I couldn't imagine somebody trying to dismantle one of these things because it's so intricate.
Oh, I'm pretty sure someone has, but
why would somebody dismantle it?
Because people are dicks. I don't know. Shit.
Oh, to copy you.
To copy it or just to fucking see what it is,
That's the cool thing about artists like you, because you can try to reverse engineer one of these ridiculous things and people are never going to figure it out because it's more than the sum of its parts. It's sort of like it's your mind. You can't reproduce a mind like that. Ave Rose, my beautiful lady wife, has the same problem sometimes with her fans or people try to emulate her work and stuff, and she gets a little upset about it. But at the end of the day, nobody's gonna copy her because they can't do it because it's too unique. It's from another world.
Thank you. And that's actually something that my girlfriend was telling me last night. I mean, she tells me all the fucking time, because I get into this little headspace where I'm like, these skin thieves, I call them skin thieves, because they don't want the heart. They don't have the heart. They don't want that part. They don't want the mind, like what you were saying. They don't want the actual process. They don't have it within them. They just want the skin. They just want it because it looks good. Like I always get into this headspace where these skin thieves, they're trying to do this and do that. And my girlfriend, she's like, dude, you have no fucking competition.
It's true. She's right. How many years have you been doing that sort of sculptural work?
I know that for a fact. I showed at the Hive for 12 years. And shit, even before the Hive, I was already like selling my work out on Venice Beach. Shit, dude. Like, I'm going to say like over fucking 20 years I've been fucking doing this shit.
Wow.
Yeah.
When did you start doing the, I guess I call it magical jewelry?
I call them demonic arms. Let me just break it down. Like, demonic is a reference to the daemon. And the daemon is basically what they call like the holy guardian angel in like the OTO and shit like that. The daemon is your higher self, your God self, the part of you that knows all, can do all. And arms as in armament. I build weapons against your own fucking inferiority, against your own ignorance. And in that way, also against this fucking world. that may try to fucking tell you that you're wrong because you believe the way that you do.
I really like the idea of that you're sort of like going to war with your inner self, with doubt, with your demons.
That's the only war that matters, man.
When did you get the idea to start doing this?
I had that idea actually maybe 4 or 5 years ago. Like there was always something that just pulled me towards just the knowing that these particular materials that surround us and that we use every fucking day, if we just connect with them, they can actually help us in some way, help us heal, help us to connect, help us to fucking calm ourselves, help with anxiety and shit like that. I started off making just like little things that you could fucking carry in your pocket, or just meditate with and things like that. As time went on, I just started making fucking rings and pendants and things that you could actually fucking wear and carry with you, because there's something about a ring that you can just pour so much attention and energy and yourself into. And if it has a bunch of fucking conductive materials that compose that ring, then and you're sensitive enough, you could fucking make some powerful shit.
They are literally conductive, right? There are different metals that conduct energy, and there's crystals and that stuff that focuses energy and that sort of thing. That's what you mean, right?
Exactly. Yeah. I use a lot of quartz crystals, a lot of copper, a lot of brass, and different crystals and things like that. Because we're surrounded by electromagnetic energy. We generate electromagnetic energy. A lot of that also correlates to fucking psychic things and shit like that. Spirits are composed of fucking electromagnetic energy. So for instance, if you got some shit, a spirit that's fucking with you, you can fucking throw on a particular fucking crystal or stone or something and block yourself from that shit. Because that crystal or stone just naturally will repel that energy from you.
Right.
Yeah.
When you make it, do you have the idea to make a piece of wearable art or a ring or something first? Or do you have the idea of having a particular purpose in mind first? A particular purposeful spiritual goal?
It's a little both sometimes because me, myself, I'm into amplification shit. I'm into things that amplify my natural qualities. I'm into things like moldavite, quartz crystals, carnelian, and things like that. So I'll build things that amplify other people's natural abilities.
Recently, because of this pandemic, I thought, oh, I'll just start to do some little sculptures at home and stuff. And I got this idea that I'm gonna do some demons. Everybody has a certain conception of what demons are, and everybody's conception of that is different. But I realized for me, the demons are just part of a personality. It's sort of like everybody has a personality, and within your personality, there are other personalities that come out once in a while, and sometimes they take over. I don't know a lot about voodoo, but it seems like you allow a demon within yourself to come and take over your personality just for your spiritual health.
Mm-hmm. We call that an invocation.
Invocation, okay.
Yeah.
So I just sort of dove in and started doing these sculptures. And then I did some research on demons, and then I figured out, well, demons, they are not evil. The idea that people think that they're evil is just conditioning from these big religious organizations. I was researching about ancient Egypt, and they had a god that was called magic.
Yes, Heka. Mm-hmm.
And it's like that was part of their daily routine. They were all about magic. And it wasn't that these entities that they were thinking about, they weren't evil. They were just part of everyday existence.
Mm-hmm.
We have to get back to thinking about demons in that way that they did in the old days.
Shit, first and foremost, a demon is basically just a fucking deity that was turned into something ugly by the Christian church. But it's also interesting that some of the classical definitions of what a demon is fucking stagnant energy. The energy that builds up in the corner of your fucking house and shit. That's one of the classical definitions of a demon. That's why portals and things like that are more prevalent in homes, in corners and things, because all that fucking built up energy is in there and no one's doing anything about it. But a daemon, that's something completely different. That's almost like a modern day way of saying I recognize Samael, or I recognize Satan for the deity that he is versus what they tried to make me believe that he is. Or I recognize Ishtar for who she is versus Ashtaroth, which is like some ugly ass fucking dude, you know? I recognize them for the fucking deity that they are and how that corresponds to me and some aspect of me, like what you were saying earlier about the personality.
There's so many different materials that you use to make these pieces. Working leather into it, you're working with crystal, amethyst, horsehair. How did you learn to use all these different kinds of materials?
I mean, through trial and error, through research, talking to friends, and more than anything else, just seeing how they make me feel. You know, like for instance, like horsehair. You know, the smell of horsehair, the feel of it. Like it's very thick. It's almost like something that if you had enough of, you can make a guitar string out of. You know, it's very strong, but you can also break it very fucking easily. And just immediately when I put it in my hand, I can just feel the strength of that beast, you know, of that horse, that animal, you know. So different materials have different vibrations. Depending on how energetically sensitive you are, you can actually pick up that vibration and apply what you felt to how you want to use it in the construction of a piece.
What kind of people come to you and request something like this?
People that are looking for a little bit of assistance upon their journey. You know, people that feel like they may need a little bit more protection for what they might do, you know, or they're hitting a particular rite of passage, you know, and they want something to mark that or something to pour that energy into. People that require or need, yeah, some kind of fucking assistance upon their spiritual journey.
When did you become interested in the occult and this sort of things?
First, I started off with fucking Wicca and shit like that. But when I actually got into the occult was, yeah, when I was around like in between the ages of 15 and 16, I believe. And yeah, that was my first fucking satanic Bible. And I remember feeling so fucking liberated, so fucking powerful, so strong, you know, when I got that first copy of it. And I was going through the fucking the section where the spells are in the back and everything, you know. And I guess my mom recognized the change in me.
Mm-hmm.
And I came home from school one day and all that shit was gone. My fucking Necronomicon, my satanic Bible, my fucking dictionary of devils and demons, all that shit was gone. You know. And
She just got rid of it?
yeah, she just threw the shit away.
Oh,
She
wow.
told me that she threw it away, but I fucking literally went downstairs. I remember I went downstairs and I jumped in the fucking dumpster and went through all the fucking trash bags. So I don't know what the fuck she did. She might have fucking thrown that shit into the ocean. I don't know. But yeah, that was around the time I got interested in the occult actually. And yeah, I mean, one thing that I also always say is that Satan was always waiting for me to come back. Like I was always meant to be here. I guess you could say in that way I've been interested in the occult all my fucking life. Because I've always known that there was something else other than this shit.
Well, what is your definition of Satan?
Satan, to me, Satan, the All-Father, is the embodiment of all things. Satan is the embodiment of every energy frequency, every vibration, every color of light. He is the emanation of every fucking demonic divinity. Odin is a fucking gnat in comparison to Satan. No diss to those that practice that way, you know, but I'm just saying, like, to me, that's what Satan is. He is all powerful. He is everything.
Do you call yourself a Satanist, by the way? Are you a member of a Satanist church?
No,
Okay.
no, that's a religion. I'm not into that shit. No.
So Satan is sort of like the idea of pure creation and liberation for the individual.
Exactly. I guess you could consider me a spiritual Satanist.
Okay.
Like, I don't believe in Satan in the way of like just being the complete opposite of God and all that shit. That's not me. You know, I believe in Satan as like the embodiment of the adversarial current. You know, that's the one that speaks to me. That's the one that's always spoken to me.
I noticed on your Instagram you mention demonic integration work. What exactly is that?
Demonic integration work is bringing that part of you that is God, basically, into closer and closer contact with you on an everyday basis. You know, it's the complete integration. It's the unlocking of the hidden enclosed parts of you unto that power that is you. You know, so that basically you realize, you have the full realization that you are a fucking deity.
Is that presented in sort of like a ritual, or is this sort of like a daily sort of affirmation, or is it both?
It can be both. Like, there are many rituals that can bring you closer and closer to that realization. There are things that are considered daily invocations, which are a way of bringing that part of yourself, bringing complete awareness of that part of yourself into your conscious waking mind. You know, like, I have a daily invocation where I invoke my daemon, and it just completely just alters me and just brings me to a completely different state of consciousness.
I notice everybody sort of comes to different realizations in different ways. And somebody who says they're a Satanist and somebody who says they're a Christian, you wouldn't think that they would have anything to do with each other, but they have everything to do with each other because they're trying to find their God energy in just their own particular way. That's all it means. And I really wish that people would just understand that a little bit more.
Exactly. It's the ignorance and it's the fear. It's the conditioning.
Yes.
You know, as soon as you see me wearing particular jewelry or particular symbols, you know, and you're a Christian, you know, then that means you're either supposed to fucking head for the hills or want to fight.
Have people come up to you and have they gotten in your face because of what you wear?
Hell no.
I didn't think people would dare to do that. You're quite a formidable looking human being. I'm glad to hear that. I mean, that's the best thing I've heard all day. Nobody's coming up to you and fucking with you. That is awesome.
Yeah. No. I could walk out of the house wearing a fucking I Love Satan t-shirt and I probably get some looks, but no one's gonna fucking say anything.
Good. It's good to hear. I just want to know a little bit more about sort of how you got into doing art in the first place and what's your artistic influences?
I mean, shit, I've been doing it, like fucking making little figurines out of like twist ties from the supermarket and shit. I remember those are some of the first figures that I made. I would take the twist ties from the supermarket. I would just go in there and just get a whole fucking roll of them. You know, just leave like all the little fucking things. I just leave them empty, you know? And I just take them and just make little figures out of them. Shit, I've been doing that since I was like fucking 5 or 6. Oh, but before that though, I started off making like little paper figures, and I would like fucking like give them little fingertips and feet and shit like that. Shit, like when I was like fucking 5 or 6, I've been doing this, man. And it just progressed over the years just into what it is now.
Well, I guess it got more and more complicated. I noticed on your IG that you mentioned something about, and I've seen these in person. We actually went to your studio. You do pipe cleaner pieces.
Yeah.
They don't look like they're made like out of pipe cleaners. They just look like intense little monsters. Oh, look at the cute little pipe cleaner monster. No, it's like these guys are warriors.
Yeah.
Now, is that after you were doing the twist tie stuff? Did you get into pipe cleaners?
Yeah, after I got into the twist ties and I moved into pipe cleaners, and then I started like just adding layers of wire to the pipe cleaners, and they weren't strong enough to do what I wanted them to do. You know, so I went into fucking using like paper clips and different types of like thicker wire and shit like that.
You must have the deepest calluses of anybody in the whole world on your hands because you're working with all the super sharp metals.
Oh yeah, man, I fucking stick and cut myself all the time. My calluses are fucking pretty thick. Shit, I used to have to fucking cut them. Like where my fingers bend. I used to have to fucking cut them because like on my middle finger on this end, it would get to the point where if I bent it, I would feel a real sharp pain. You know, I always used to think like, fuck, is there metal stuck in there? No, it was a thick ass fucking callus that wouldn't allow my fucking finger to bend. And so I'd cut it and that pain would go right away. You know, it was something I would have to do at least like fucking every 2 weeks or something.
Wow. I know that you do everything handmade, so that means maybe you're not shaping every little piece of metal, but you're using tools to shape every piece of metal. There's no hydraulic drill press and all of a sudden, the piece is done. You're cutting everything out. You are shaping it and then sort of perforating it, sort of like fabricating it. I admire so many things about your work, but I really appreciate the fabrication because I do that a lot myself. A lot of people take stuff and glue it together, and nothing wrong with that. But I always feel like, oh, it's gonna fall apart. So I go the extra mile to sort of like drill a hole in there and get like some rope or something or a little string to make sure that it doesn't fall apart. And it seems like your art is infused with that entire idea.
Exactly. I want something that's as durable as possible that you can actually, if you want to, fucking play with. And it's going to be years before if anything fucking loosens up or breaks.
Do people ever use it, or have you ever used it for stop motion animations?
You know what? I used to fuck around and like use those little apps that you could get off the Play Store and shit. And I'd make a couple little stop motion animation things here and there. I think there are some on my Instagram still. But yeah, I used to fuck around every once in a while, make some little stop motion shit. But as far as other people, I've gotten a lot of offers and they just fucking fell through.
People out there, stop motion animators, find this person. I really want to see one of those things walking around and like all the fingers work and everything and the head moves, everything moves. It's like they were made for it.
Yeah. Those are the toys I always wanted as a kid. You know, the toys where like the fucking mouth moved, all the fingers moved, the fucking ankles moved and all that shit. It's funny because now I'm fucking 38. Like any action figure that you can go out and buy at fucking Target has like 38 or 50 fucking points of articulation. You know?
But not as much as yours. I just appreciate it so much. And I hope everybody out there get a chance to go and look at your art. And what is the best way to look at your art?
Well, you can find me on Instagram under Beast of the Laboratory or Beast of the Laboratory. There's that. You can also find me on Etsy under Demonical Eye.
Is there anything special that you want to say to people out there? Or non-special? You don't have to be special.
Well, shit. The first thing that comes to mind, to be honest, is stop being so fucking afraid of what's going on. You know, stop being so afraid. Go home, sit down, be by yourself, and turn everything the fuck off and just fucking sit with you. You know, and if that fucking terrifies you, then just know that you're on the right path. And that means that there's something there that can really, really empower you. Because all this shit that's going on is meant to fucking confuse, is meant to distract, is meant to keep you afraid. You know, because there's shit happening right now that I hate to sound like a fucking conspiracy theorist, but there's shit going on right now that I'm just gonna say some people don't want to be fucking happening. And so one of the best things that you can do for yourself, for those that you love, is to just not fucking be afraid of what the fuck is going on, man.
I think that's great advice, just going home and turning everything off, because we're always just sitting here like boop, 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 boop on the phone. We're like slaves to all the algorithms and everything. And just being quiet and just listening to your own mind for a while, I think is really good therapy for everybody. Well, sort of like a meditation. That's why meditation is so popular, just because it's very calming and you get to know your inner workings a little better and everything. Great advice.
Yeah, man.
Thank you very much for being part of my crazy little universe.
Hey, thank you very much for having me on. This shit was fucking fun and fucking invigorating too. So thank you very much. I appreciate you.
Do you have anything to say? Any thoughts on the Hollandaise Sleazon?
Any thoughts on the Hollandaise Sleazon? I'm sorry. Hold on.
Oh, I was listening to your IG and I was like, Steven has the best devious laugh I've ever heard.
Everybody says that shit, and I don't mean to do it. It just comes out.
Hollandaise Sleazon, Hollandaise Sleazon. I'm going to get trashy. That's my main reason. Hollandaise Sleazon, Hollandaise Sleazon. Let's get fucked. The Sleazon is the reason.
Thank you so much to all my contributors. I love you so much. Sassy grunting. Music for the podcast by Dr. Stevo. Go to drstevo.com. DOCTORSTEEVO.com. And by Chuck Serino. Go to chuckserino.com. CHUCKCIRINO.com. If you want to help this podcast out, please do so. Go to patreon.com/Coleslaws on Fire, one word, and just drop a few greenbacks for us so we can keep on going. We can buy some 3-day-old soup or something. And to download an MP3 of my fantastic Hollandaise Sleazon song you're listening to right now, just go to soundcloud.com/Coleslaws on Fire. It's all free for you. Just go downloading. Downloading we will go. Downloading we will go. I hold the Mario. Downloading we will go. Love you so much. Have a happy Hollandaise Sleazon.